Hey there, Erica Swarthy Daisy here again. Quick video on all of my updated DNA test results for 2019. So if you've been following me for quite some time, you know that I have taken multiple DNA tests. So in this video, I wanted to show you the results of those tests as of 2019. So I officially sent in 2 saliva samples to 2 different companies, those companies being 23andMe and Ancestry DNA. And from those 2 samples, I uploaded raw DNA from 23andMe and Ancestry DNA to MyHeritage, Family Tree DNA, WeGene, and DNA Land. So let's go ahead and look across the board at all of my African results, and we'll break it down by percentages. So Ancestry DNA says 94%. 23andMe says 93.1%. MyHeritage DNA said 96.2%. Family Tree DNA says 93%. WeGene says 93.16% for the first kit and 93.07% for the second kit. DNA Land says 92% for the first kit on Ancestry DNA, 95% for the second kit on 23andMe. And then African Ancestry DNA said that I had Yoruba from Nigeria on my maternal line. So looking at the exact breakdown, here's Ancestry DNA, and they said that I had 47% Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu peoples, 20% Mali, 14% Ivory Coast, Ghana, and 13% Benin, Togo. For 23andMe, they said I had 76.9% West African, and that's broken down as Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean, 25.9%, Nigerian, 25.7%, Senegambian and Guinean, 9.4%, and broadly West African at 15.9%. They also list Congolese and Southern East African, broken down as Congolese at 10.8%, broadly Congolese and Southern East African as 2.1%. They also list African hunter-gatherer at 0.2% and Northeast African at 0.1%. And that's broken down as Sudanese at 0.1%, and then broadly Sub-Saharan African at 3.0%. MyHeritage says West African 81.3%, broken down as Nigerian at 44.8%, Sierra Leonean as 23.7%, and West African as 12.8%. East Africa, they say 8.8%, Kenyan 8.8%, North Africa 3.3%, and is broken down as North African 3.3%, and Central Africa 2.8%. Family Tree says West Africa 86%, East Central Africa 4%, and South Central Africa 3%. So the first kit on WeGene reads Yoruba 80.69%, Bantu SA, so Sub-Saharan African 8.28%, Somali 2.32%, and Mbuti 1.85%. The second WeGene kit reads Yoruba 83.91%, Bantu SA 4.53%, Mbuti 2.92%, and Somali 1.69%. DNA Land says West African 80%, and that's broken down as Lower Niger Valley 42%, Mende Akan 20%, Senegal River Valley 18%, and East African 11%. My second kit reads Lower Niger Valley 41%, Mende Akan or Icon, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but that's at 22%, Senegal River Valley 17%, East African 12%, Aka 1.3%, and North African 1.1%. Now taking a look at the European percentages across the board, Ancestry DNA reads 6%, 23andMe 6.5%, MyHeritage DNA 3.8%, Family Tree DNA 5%, and then less than 2%. WeGene 6.46% on kit number 1, 6.62% on kit number 2. DNA Land 5.1% with the Ancestry kit, 3.9% on the 23andMe kit. Ancestry DNA reports Ireland and Scotland at 4%, England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe as 1%, and Sweden as 1%. So looking at 23andMe, they break it down as Northwestern European 4.4%, and British and Irish is 1.9%, Scandinavian 0.3%, broadly Northwestern European 2.2%. Family Tree DNA reports Scandinavia 5%. They also report trace results less than 2% British Isles. So WeGene breaks down kit number 1 as Hungarian 3.31%, English 2.41%, Ashkenazi as 0.72%, and others 0.01%. The next kit, they say Hungarian 3.81%, English 2.80%, and others 0.01%. DNA Land reports West Eurasian, broken down as Northwest European 2.4%, Southwestern European as 1.5%, Northeast European as 1.2%, and ambiguous as 1.2%. The second kit, they report ambiguous 2% and Northwest European as 1.9%. Now let's take a look at other ethnicity percentages across the board. So Ancestry DNA says 0%. 23andMe says unassigned for 0.3%. MyHeritage DNA 0%. Family Tree DNA, North and Central American, less than 1%. So WeGene reports on the first kit American, Native American as 0.34% and Chinese as 0.01%. The second kit Native American 0.15 and Oceanian Papuan at 0.11%. DNA Land reports ambiguous 1.8%, tubular 1.5% on the first kit that was from Ancestry DNA, and then tubular 1.1% on the second kit from 23andMe. So Family Tree DNA breaks down the trace results showing North and Central America as less than 1%. So kit 1 for WeGene reports Native American as 0.34%. They also report Chinese as 0.01. Then they report in the second kit Native American as 0.15. And the second kit also notes Oceanian, which is broken down as Papuan, at 0.11%. And they also report Chinese as 0.01%. DNA Land again reports tubular as 1.5%. And on the second kit, tubular is shown as 1.1%. So all uploaded results to MyHeritage, Family Tree DNA, WeGene, and DNA Land were results from the very first chip version that I tested with on 23andMe and Ancestry DNA. So therefore it picked up ethnicities that are no longer present in my most recent results on 23andMe and Ancestry DNA. So in terms of all of the different results that I received, there are some variations that are present. And of course, that's based on the different databases, the algorithms, etc. So across the board, based on the results, I am African. The other parts are also something that I can link to based on my family's history and doing some ancestry research and based on some oral traditions and stories that have been told in the family. So I won't necessarily hang my hat on the trace results and the other results just yet because the DNA is still evolving, so we will see some changes. I would like to see more of a detail as far as tribes when it relates to my African DNA for sure. And I do appreciate the fact that the companies are allowing African Americans or people of African descent the opportunity to get a glimpse into what their DNA consists of as far as ethnicity and culture. So this is actually a very good thing in my opinion. So at this time, I do realize that these results are not absolutely the end-all be-all, as they will continue to change and nothing is completely foolproof, but at least it's leading us in a direction where we can at least make some connection with our ethnicity. So that wraps up the video. If you guys have any comments that you want to make regarding the DNA process, my results, your own results, or if you want to take the test, make sure to comment below. If you are interested in purchasing your own kit, check the description box below. Once again, this is Erica Swarthy Daisy. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.